Hello, Alex.
Hello, how are we?
Mate, we are well. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. What's going on?
Mate, we are wrapping up what's been a batshit day on in the Carlton world. Couple of trades, rumors circulating. But
Mm,
yeah, more importantly, how are you? How's life in your world?
yeah, not too bad. Yeah, just kicking back and seeing some family and yeah, training. Yeah, so just keeping it nice and quiet and chill. So bit of PlayStation and yeah, that's me really at the moment. Yeah.
What's your game of choice?
Playing a little bit of COD at the moment. And then what else? Oh, I got the new Ghost. It's like a assassin's game. So yeah. Bit of a
Love
nerd
that.
there, I
No, I
am.
like it.
Yeah.
I like it. Hey, mate, I really appreciate you taking a moment to spend some time with us. I mean, things happen so quickly. I think the news with you
Mm,
happened, very quickly as well. And oftentimes we don't really get a chance to, farewell you properly. But I do want to touch
mm,
a little bit on what's happened with you. I don't want to sort of repeat what you've already said publicly, but the one thing you
mm,
touched on was hip surgery. I'm really fascinated about this because you touched on how it was the first of its kind in
mm.
Australia. What exactly did you do? Like, what happened?
So I teared the labral tear. So you got your ball in your socket, and your labral sits sort of over the top, which keeps the ball allowing it to sort of move properly. So when you tear that, you move it around a lot, and then when I moved it around a lot, I chipped off about, I think it was like 3 centimeter of cartilage. Yeah, what they did was that they repaired the labral, but then what they did is they sucked out all the cartilage that was floating around, melted it down, and then patched it back where it sort of was. So Aaron Rodgers had something pretty similar in his knee. And then obviously with Andy Murray, he had something pretty similar as well, and that's what Josh Kelly's getting done, which is called resurfacing. But mine was a little bit different because I got a capsule as well. So after they repaired the labral and did all that, they put a capsule over, and so yeah, I was in there for about 4.5 hours. Yeah.
How did you play without pain?
No, I was in considerable, in like a lot of pain. Yeah. No, there wasn't a day where I wasn't in pain, but yeah, there was a job to be done. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So, from your point of view, sort of fighting maybe for a contract, that, you're out of contract that, throughout the year. You did mention on your interview on, I think it was on Trade Radio, that, the doctor sort of said, if it wasn't for your contract status, you probably would have played. So how do you balance that? Because, I mean, judging by the way that you play, the way that you talk, and just the way that you operate, you just want to be out there and fight for it.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it was obviously hard, but yeah, I obviously didn't really have much of a choice. Yeah, and obviously the team wasn't going as well as what as we all probably would have hoped. So that was also contributing probably to coming back early, which I did anyways. They had me sort of scheduled to come back after the bye, but rehab was going really well, and I sort of got back early. So um, yeah, I mean, it is what it is. That's just the game. That's the industry. Yeah, so yeah, looking back on it now, I was obviously a bit sore, but um, yeah, I tried to get back on the park and help the boys as much as I could. So yeah.
Yeah. Mate, it feels like yesterday. I still remember the clip of you when it was announced that you were going to join the club, and I still remember you saying, I can't wait to go to war with you guys. And have you had a chance to reflect on your whole time at Carlton, or are you just too focused on trying to get that next opportunity?
Um, Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, Carlton gave me, an opportunity to play AFL football, and I'll always be thankful for that. So yeah, Carlton, as I said, will always hold a special place in my heart. But I haven't really had a time to reflect much. I'm keen, to obviously, keep playing AFL. So yeah, I think as a competitor, you're just looking at what's next. So for me, yeah, I'm looking at how I can get better and what I need to work on, and obviously I need to try and get to a club as well. So that's sort of where my mind's at the moment. I probably won't really take the time to reflect on it until probably I'm done really fully, when the dream is over. That's probably when I'll try and reflect maybe on everything. Um, so yeah, that's probably where I'm at the moment.
Yeah. One thing I think I've grappled with, I think this year more than most, given the nature of trade period and the nature of what's happening.
Mm.
Cult supporters, we're passionate. We want loyalty. We want wins. We want success. But I've really sort of had to separate the understanding that there's the dream of the supporter and the footballer and the success of the club, and then the reality that it is business for a lot of you, and it is a job, and you got to do what's best for you. How do you watch the changing nature of the game, and what advice do you have for a fan who wants the loyalty but also maybe needs to understand that you got to look out for what's best for you and your family and all of that?
Yeah, it's a good question. I mean, I don't have a family, so it's obviously that, speaking on from that behalf would be a completely different sort of yeah, mindset and experience. And but I mean, for me, I've always played for the love of the game. Um, ever since I was a kid, that's all I ever wanted to do. Um, so for me, maybe loyalty might look a little bit different because of maybe the way that I've had to come through the system as well. Like, I understand how hard it is to get, an opportunity, and cherishing it is really, really important to me. So yeah, I feel like loyalty in that aspect for me is everything. But yeah, a really close sort of friend of mine, who helped me through a lot of the ups and downs. Even before I sort of got to Carlton, he always says to me that, nah, no one owes you anything. So unfortunately, like, it is a really, really, yeah, it's a business. You know, I probably could have sat in the room, and when the boys told me that, I wasn't going to be offered a contract, I probably could have been like, well, where's the loyalty for me? But it's just, unfortunately, it doesn't work like that in this industry. Yeah, so I think with the amount of money also getting thrown around, like, I think from a supporter's point of view, you need to put yourself in the players, sort of shoes, and say, well, if it was me, would I take it? You know,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, no, it's something that's definitely come up, and yeah, so,
Mm.
well, are we looking positive at finding a home? I mean, there's still a lot of
Yeah, we
people on
are.
this side.
Yeah, no,
Yeah?
positive. Yeah, we're obviously, yeah, got a few interested. And yeah, obviously I was messaged the other day about, yeah, sort of, they're just trying to get through all the A graders first. So they're a little bit more complex. So maybe in the next, 2 or 3 days, I'll probably hopefully find out a little bit more. But as we all know, you could have 22 clubs interested and then zero come to the come to sort of the party. But no, James has, yeah, been working pretty hard for me, so I'm confident. So yeah, yeah.
Is this you're on the phone having meetings, doing medicals? Is it as full on as what it might seem on the outside? Or, like, what does it look like?
Not for me quite yet. I am on the phone a bit with, obviously, my manager. For him, it'd be pretty crazy. Yeah, he'd be making a lot of calls and having a lot of conversations and doing all that. And I think when it sort of gets a little bit more serious, I think that's when maybe the medicals and calls from other people will get a little bit more serious. So, but for now,
Yeah.
it's pretty chill for me. but yeah, obviously, yeah, being in limbo isn't great, but it's just again, it's just a part of the industry and the system.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Well, man, look, honestly, you've been awesome, and like I said at the start, like it's just great to be able to just have the opportunity, even if it's for a brief moment, just to farewell you. And there's over 500 people watching right now, and probably heaps more after this show finishes. But from my point of view, and I think for a lot of Carlton supporters, I just want to say thank you for just the commitment, the way you showed up, the way you played, your attitude, no matter what the role was for you. Obviously, we cover it in depth here, and we can see it's not putting you in the best position to shine and that sort of thing. But I think that's what makes a great team, people who are willing to fulfill a role. So I hope that was appreciated. And honestly, I wish you all the very best. And we'll always have a soft spot for you on this side. And so
yeah.
yeah, I just want to say thank you.
Nah, thank you, Terry. Yeah, I just want to say thank you to the Carlton faithful. Me and my family especially have felt the love over the last 3 years, even from my first game up until my last for the Carlton Footy Club. So yeah, I just wanted to say thank you. Yeah, on behalf of my family and me. Yeah, as I sort of said, we definitely felt the love and the support, and it definitely drove me to to knuckle down and to try and get the job done. Sorry, I'm not going to be a part of it anymore, but yeah, I just wanted to say thank you. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Mate, you're a legend. We will be in touch. You have a great one, and all the best with finding a new home.
thanks, Des. See you later.
See you.